Hi guys, out again. This time I'm testing some new gear out. The Maxpedition M-4 Waistpack. But I'm not using it as a waistpack today. I'm trying something different. Put yourself in a situation where you've set up a base camp but there's a couple hours left of sunlight, but you want to explore around. You don't want to go wandering off with nothing. You want maybe it's a survival pouch or a small bug out bag in case you get caught out, in case you get lost or it gets dark. Something that you can survive the night. Maybe it's a 24-hour period till you can get found or, you know, find help or find your way back home. And what I love about this pack is it's its versatility. You know, you could use it, you know, it's a utility pouch or, you know, a possibles pouch. Wear it on your waist, you know, attach it to your backpack with the molly system. You know, it's got the PALS webbing on. Or you could attach a shoulder sling. You know, it's not too big, but it's also not too small. It's just ideal. I mean, you don't even have to have the sleeping bag. You can just leave that. You could leave it without in the back of your car without the sleeping bag, or with the sleeping bag is an emergency bug out bag or emergency survival kit, everyday carry pack. You know, whatever you want it for. It's just, you know, without in danger of repeating myself, it's very versatile, and that's what I like about it. And the Maxpedition gear, you know, is very hard wearing. I've never seen a bad review yet about the packs. A little bit pricey, but you know, my motto is you buy rubbish, you pay it twice. You buy something decent, it'll last a lifetime if you look after it. My Swiss Army knife, which is part of my everyday carry. I believe this is a Huntsman. This is always in my pocket, this, so in keeping with the, not a challenge, it's the exercise I should say, I'll just attach this. If I was keeping this in my back of my car, I would have the knife on it like that, but if I was walking around in the woods, that would fall off. It's, you know, it's not held on very well. So what I'll do is, because I'm in the woods now, I'll put it around my neck. Right, we'll give this a look inside. Start with the front pouch. Look, and the dimensions of this pack I'll put on the bottom of the screen, because off the top of my head I can't remember everything, but I think it's 100 cubic inches, the total volume of this pack, or I think 1.63 litres. I will put the dimensions up. Right, the front pouch, small diamonds sharpening stone. Gas lighter. Duct tape. Always comes in handy, lots of reasons. Purification tablets. Magnifying glass, great for lighting fires and also getting spelks out your finger, that sort of thing. Survival tin, funny looking tomato plant on the front. And this could be, you know, this is a survival tin, last ditch survival tin in its own right, but you know, for the purpose of this exercise I've just put it in there because it fits. But I am going to, everything that's in here I'm going to duplicate and have in here, and this can, you know, go somewhere else, you know, kept in my coat pocket all the time or whatever. Right, I'll actually do an unboxing of that, show you what I've got in my tin as well. Right, what else have we got here? Coffee filter. A bandana or a milbank bag would have been a good idea, but I haven't got any of those, so this is the next best thing. At a push I could use, you know, my vest, you know, I could use a t-shirt, an item of clothing to you know, filter debris out the water. But luckily the water around here, there's a stream just maybe it's about 50 yards away. It's it's fairly clear, like, so it just needs boiling or treated with chlorine tablets. Right. Chalk cloth, and I've got a wax cotton pad, so that's a sure way of lighting fire. Tin foil, always handy. I need to make a little bit of a lid for me pot as well, because when you're boiling water, sometimes you get the ash. The ash always seems to find its way in, or leave a leaf off a tree or whatever. You'll always get debris in your water unless you've got a lid on, and plus it decreases the boil time as well. So that's that. That's the front pouch. Oh, little bit of rubber, good for lighting fires as well. Right, that's that. Side pouch. I mean, you could fit a small multi-tool in there. Even my Swiss Army knife would go in there, but like I said, the Swiss Army knife's always on my person anyway. Got this Crete torch. Well, I'm not quite sure the power of it, but it's very, very bright. Like, I actually bought one similar to this. It was like a lot bigger, same power as this. And then about 3 months later, they brought a smaller model out, which was the same power. So I thought I had to go and buy one again, because, you know, I like everything to be, you know, small and compact. But that's a fantastic torch, that, like, and it fits nicely in there. So that's where it went. There. The other side. I'll take that off. Swiss Army knife. Although I've got this, and I've got me Mora Bushcraft Triflex. A folding saw would have been nice, a small, like a mini type one, to fit in one of these pockets, but I've yet to get one of those. This has a small saw on, not very big, but in an emergency it would do the job. Everything's a compromise with a pack this size. You know, you're not gonna have all the luxuries. You've just got your bare essentials, you know, the bare minimum really. Right, cordage. I haven't got any paracord. Well, I have, but it's at home. But it's bulky. This is really strong for what I need for stringing up a small top. You know, uses a ridge line. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's like a Dyneema type fabric, not fabric, cordage. I can't remember what it's off, to be honest with you. But it's about 2 mil, and that's really strong, that, like. No stretch, and I can't snap it, so it's good stuff. I think I've got about 20 meters there. Some more cordage. Polypropylene, I think it's about 2 mil thick. Good stuff. Some more cordage. And I've got some of this. I think it's either 1mm or 1.5mm polypropylene twine. You know, like bricklayers use it. Now that stuff there I can't snap, and that's ideal for snares, you know, traps, fishing line. You could put a night line out, although it's illegal in the UK for night lines. You know, to fish without a rod and line's illegal. Even those portable fishing kits, you can't use them. You know, it's illegal. But this stuff, you know, your paracord, it's similar to the, you know, you got the 7 strands of the paracord. This stuff, it's very similar. It might even be the same stuff, I don't know, but you know, when you cut down your paracord to get to the 7 strands, then you've got to knot them together. Something like this. I'm not sure, maybe I've got about 20 meters. You know, it's already joined together. Right, main pocket. On top I've got me food, really. That's supposed to last me for 24 hours. A couple of energy bars. A pepperami. OXO cube. I mean, it's not going to give you much energy, but it's, you know, it's just a boost. It's just a morale boost, so to say. You know, it's basically, it's just to tie you over the next day, 24 hours at the most. You know, just a little bit of food in you. A lolly. Plenty of sugar. And I've got, how many of these have I got? I've got the 2-in-1 coffees, 3 of those. I could fit them in, so I got as much in as I could. And I've got a cup of soup. And that's it as far as food goes. Oh, hang on. I've got a couple of toffees as well, one's just dropped at the bottom. One thing I would have liked, but then again, right, if I had a water bottle in here, I wouldn't be able to put a tarp in. So my system tonight basically is a tarp. I'll show you. I've got me pot for cooking and my sill tarp. One fits in nicely, nests nicely in there, so that's all great. Now I could have had a cup in there, you know, like I tried putting my Crusader cup in, but it's just a touch too small. Now I know that the Dutch Army mug's a bit smaller, and that does fit in, and I might actually do that, because there'll be times where, I'll show you, you can pull this out, pull this through here, push that down in there. You can put a canteen style cup and bottle in there, and you walk around this on your belt, you know, and you've got your water bottle and your Crusader style cup and bottle, you know. But like I said, the Crusader cup won't fit in there. But I think these were originally designed for, you know, the GI bottles. But what I could have done, I could have had, I don't know, that's sweet. What I could have done is had a bottle in there that nests inside of a, you know, like a pot for cooking, and then the 2 bin liners, which they're not very big. I think they're 100 centimeters by 70 centimeters, and I've got 2 of them. I could have, you know, like split them up and made them into a bit of a tarp, but they would tear right easy. You know, I could have slipped a bit of a tarp in there, you know, but I found that with the pot in, there just wasn't enough room, and I didn't want to risk ripping the fabric by trying to force something in. So there's a water source just down there. You know, you got to weigh up every situation's different. I know there's a stream down there, and I can get water within 5 minutes. I could be boiling water, so it's not a problem. But it's got the option, you know, to put the bottle in here, you know, but obviously it's taking up space for other things. Like I says, it's the versatility of this pack I love, you know, so many possibilities. And I think these holes there, I think they're for putting pens in or something. Well, all I've done is put a fire steel in, attached to a little carabiner, and as you can see there, I've ran some paracord around, down through the holes and around and up again through the other hole, you know, and around the belt loop at the back, and I've attached the sling. But as you can see there, it's got the, you know, the belt loop. So as you can see, that pack holds quite a bit. Everything you need for an emergency overnight in the woods. have a look at the tin now. In the lid I've got some fish hooks, needles, you know, scalpel blades covered with duct tape. I'm not going to take them out. You know, you get the idea. Some cordage. That's the thing that a lot of people don't put in their tins. But you know, I try to keep to the 5 C's of survivability. If you don't know what that is, check out Dave Canterbury at Wilderness Outfitters, bushcraft and survival expert. He developed the 5 C's of cordage, cutting tool, container, cover, combustion. I think I got them all there. So you don't want to be going to the woods at night unless you've got them, the basic 5 C's. Got the cutting tool. Small little knife. You can never have too many knives. Not a well-known make. In fact, Albinox. Never heard of them. It was bought to me as a gift, but it's a sturdy little knife. I love it. It does the job. You know, you should always have a cutting tool. Condom, which can be used as a container, collecting water, amongst other things. Matches, Swan Vesta. These can strike anywhere, but I've covered them in candle wax as well. But I tell you what, I will say, they won't strike unless you remove the candle wax away. I couldn't get them to strike anywhere. I had to like pick away at the wax before they would strike. Got a pencil, wax cotton pads as a sure way of lighting fire, and of course the fire steel, just a small one actually, and actually the spine of the knife will actually throw some good sparks. Yeah. Still a bit, it's quite a new one, I've hardly used it, but once that black coating came off it threw good sparks off. So that's something you should never be without as well, a way of lighting fire. Some more waxed cotton pads. Well actually there's 2 in there, but I've cut them into halves, you know, stretch out your resources a bit. I've got some monofilament fishing line, some strong headache tablets, painkillers. Can't remember what they are, but they're supposed to be quite strong. You've got to be very careful with those ones. You're only supposed to take, I think, just 1 in every 4 hours or something like that. I've actually got the 1 up to 4 times a day, 2 days supply. So I'm going daft and take the whole lot. Got water purification tablets, 12 altogether. Got some strong thread. No, I can't snap that when I pull on it, like, so it's good stuff. Really strong, that. Got some rubber for lighting a fire. Button compass. Always comes in handy for when you get lost. Although I've got a really good compass built into my watch, you can never have enough ways to navigate, in my opinion. Like, And I know a lot of people don't like these button compasses, but mine's fine. I think it's only got one very small bubble in, but it will do the job if need be. I've got some paper to go with a pencil if I need to write any notes down or leave messages or anything. I've got a small light. That was actually out of a lighter, a gas lighter where the gas ran out, but the light still worked, and I wasn't going to go and buy a tin of gas just to fill an empty lighter, because lighters are easy enough to get a hold of. So I just took it's just an LED and a couple of batteries. I wrapped 2 batteries in with a bit of duct tape to stop them falling out. So now I've got a miniature light. And something I don't see in many survival tins, space blanket. So that can be used as a tarp in conjunction with the cordage. You know, I was talking about the five C's before: cover, cordage, container, which, you know, the condom. This could be used as a container. I've got a cutting tool, and I've got combustion. So I've got the 5 C's in here. And then tonight, I mean, if I didn't have a sleeping bag tonight, and I didn't have this tin, I would have a space blanket in me waist pack, you know, because, you know, they're dead thin, and you can actually start fires with these. You know, there's a lot of things you can do with survival blankets, you know, like a fire reflector, tinder, keep them warm, good stuff. Small candle as well, always handy. Some thinner thread. I've got a drink straw, so, you know, if I can collect rainwater, drink out of a puddle. Well, I wouldn't drink out of a puddle, but I could use the bin liners to collect water, rainwater, and that's good to drink. Some sinkers for fishing. A couple of safety pins. Multiple uses. And at the bottom, just got some like sandpaper, emery cloth, not quite sure what it is, but you can sharpen your knife with that, sharpen fishing hooks, you know, it's got to strike your matches on. Good stuff. So that's it, guys, that's my survival tin. Another quick look, guys, and I'll get it all put away. Surprising what you can fit in one little small waste pack, 1.6 litres. Looks like somebody else is trying to find a home for the night. And being in the woods can be an intimidating place if you've got no gear. If you're caught out and it's getting dark and all you've got is whatever clothing you've got on your back and the items in your pockets, which may be nothing. Right, I better get my tarp up. I've gone for an A-frame, which gives us a maximum amount of coverage. Plenty of room to lie under there. The weather's not going to be foul. I mean, it is forecast to rain a little bit, but not driving rain or anything. If it did, I could always lower the whole tarp down, so I'll be well protected. and I've just guided them off. Just a loop on one end and pass the other end through the loop, and then a taut line hitch, which is basically a adjustable knot. And I'm using Prusik knots there to keep the top nice and taut and not from slipping. Yeah, it's not gone anywhere. Siberian hitch. A couple of half hitches or whatever they're called, because this is really thin, thin twine. This like, and I don't think the knot would come out, but you know, just a couple extra knots in there to keep it secure. Other side, I'm using the tarp hitch, or is it taut tarp hitch? I'm not sure. You know, I know a lot of knots, but I keep forgetting what they're called. So that's it. All sorted for the night, apart from me floor. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna take my pot down there, because I'm starting to feel thirsty now. Like, I'm not that hungry, to be honest with you. My pot holds 500 millilitres. Them tablets will sterilise up to a litre, so it'll be getting double the strength. Give it about 20 minutes while the chlorine's doing its work. I'll continue bringing the ferns and the bracken and build up me bed for the night. Then I'll get a drink of water. Then I'll worry about boiling some water, perhaps having the cuppa soup, or I may just have a coffee and eat the energy bar and the Mars bar and the sweets, because I haven't got much else. That's where the small stream is. Bit of a hassle to get of it, like. As you can see, it's not a bad little water source, that, like. It's running nice and clear, but you know, the things that harm you is the things you can't see. So it's always best boiled, like. The things you've got to do to be famous, huh? Oh dear me. Nearly set me neck there. Ooh. At least I've got water anyway. Relatively clean looking. No debris in it, like. I'm actually starting to feel quite dehydrated now, like. Been sweating like a pig, like, the last couple of hours. And one of these tablets does a litre. There's roughly 500 millilitres in there. So, double strength, like I said before. And now I'll just give that about 20 minutes. I wish I brought my spoon now, like. I can't be bought a carve one. Even the tent pegs, I've just used sticks. I haven't even bothered carving tent pegs or out. You know, I'm losing the light, that's the problem. I'm not panicking or anything. I just had other priorities, so even though it would have been nice to sit here and carve pegs, I would have enjoyed doing that, but not the night, like. I'm gonna need loads, like. It's already starting to get dark. What time is it? 8:30 now, like. It's getting dark now at 9 o'clock. I think half an hour getting the bottom sorted, I should be finished by then, like. Maybe it's half an hour to an hour. But I want it really thick, because I don't want to get cold in the night. So I'm more or less sorted there now. my sleeping bag out on my fern mattress. And a bad little setup. You know, if I'd only had a roll mat, how much easier it would have been. But that's the thing. If you had, just imagine if I had nothing the night and I was just lying, if I had getting lost, no gear, no survival kit, no bug out bag, how desperate would I have been? You know, nothing to light a fire, and then it starts to rain. It's dark and it's cold. You know, that's when it can be really dangerous. Hypothermia, you know, you can die so easy, you know. Tell the truth, I was getting a bit cheesed off earlier and I wasn't going to film anymore, but I feel a bit happier now it's all done. It was taking forever cutting them ferns, and it was getting dark, and I couldn't see where my fingers were to the knife. I was cutting, and I thought, I don't know where my fingers are, I'm going to end up cutting my fingers off here, like, so I had to stop. And with us not using my head torch, just using this Cree handheld LED thing, it's kind of like it's got a good beam on it, but you really do need a head torch, like, when you're camping, to free your hands up so you can do other things. But it's all about experimenting, finding out what works, what doesn't work. It's a belter torch, like, good backup torch. I mean, that's on a wide beam. Don't know what you can see there, like. I suppose about 30 metres away. You can just sort of control it with your back and forwards with your fingers. Aye, birch bark's the best thing for lighting fires in the woods, I can tell you. Look at that. All them oils just went up straight away, like. The wood's just a touch damp. Aye, swine's going up, like. One thing, I'm not messing on the night, like. Just want to get this fire going. Bit of burning rubber, see what happens with that. There's my torch on the bottom. Now it would be a shame though if you can't get your fire going, because sometimes the conditions just won't allow you. You've just got to try other methods. You know, more reliable ways of getting a fire going. Now what you can do if your tinder's wet, like, or your kindling I should say, just got to spend a bit more time nurturing it. Treat it nice like you would do a woman. Don't treat it mean and keep it keen. Doesn't work like that with fires. Be nice and keep it right. Yeah, I'm full of rubbish, aren't I? Yeah, it's boiling. Oh. I love these 2-in-1 coffees, like. Get in there. Beggars can't be choosers when you haven't got a spoon. You just got to use a stick instead. Haven't got time or the patience to carve one, like. Oh dear. Ooh, that is hot, like. That's gonna have to cool that. I think what I'll do, I'll get another bit of tin foil and cover that, in case any moths fly in or anything. Just let that cool for 10-15 minutes. And I'll go and do something else. Just let that fire go out and maybe eat 1 or 2 sweeties. I'm gonna get that Mars bar now, like, I totally forgot about that. Well, I've just been eating all my bait now. I'm quite content. Got the coffee to finish off. And I'm feeling warm, happy. You know, not even it could rain now and I wouldn't care. Be straight at my sleeping bag, under my top and go to sleep. Been a bit of an experience for me, this, like a bit of an eye-opener. You know, how much more difficult it is when you're lacking 1 or 2 items you normally bring to the woods, like a mattress, you know, how much that knocks you back in terms of, you know, time and effort it takes to build a bed, you know, to be able to keep warm through the night. It's actually been quite nice walking into the woods with hardly anything. It's liberating, you know, that you're looking around more to see what the woods can provide you with. You haven't got a stove, you know, you've got to build a fire. Nature provides you with more when you bring less into the woods. It's actually quite nice. Is it just me, or does coffee taste nicer when it's in the woods? Does, like, doesn't it? Everything tastes nicer when you're in the woods. I've just went and tipped some down my neck as well. I love coffee, like. I'll probably not sleep now, I'll be waiting all night. Because it's 500 milliliter pot, filled to the brim. So, you know what I mean, it's half a litre of coffee. That's got to be good for you, hasn't it? The thing is, I was a little bit dehydrated as well, so although it's a diuretic, it'll make us wee. It's going to do us more good than bad, that's the way I look at it. So, if you don't hear anything more from us, it's because I'm either dead, abducted by aliens, or whatever. And on that note, I think I wish you all a good night, and hopefully I'll see you in the morning. Morning. I slept well. I didn't even feel the cold, which was surprising because I used the same bag a couple weeks ago, and the same temperatures, and I felt slightly chilled, but I did have that space blanket tucked in, and that made all the difference. It upped the rating. Although I felt a little bit damp this morning, like with the condensation, you know, I slept really well. And that mattress, didn't think it would be thick enough, and it wasn't comfortable at first, but as I lay on it, after a while it went to the contours of my body, and I just felt comfortable after that. I was itching, like, and I noticed I was spiders, nothing really big, and tiny little spiders and beetles and stuff, flies and that getting in. Not midges, I wasn't getting bit like that. Just every now and again I felt something crawling on us or tickling my face, and it was a spider or a little insect, you know. And what I'd done, obviously, when I cut the bracken down and piled it up, I just rolled my sleeping bag out on top and left it there. Well, they'd climbed in. They must have crawled out the bracken and got in. So what I should have done really is just not roll my bag out to the last minute and got straight into it, and then, you know, like, cinched her right up, and I would have been fine. But you learn something new every day. I got the torch out at one point and I was looking, and they were everywhere, and I was just flicking them off. I wasn't getting bit, like, but the spiders were starting to build spiders' webs on my guy lines and stuff, and they were hanging down and up and down like little silk threads and that. So it's just as well I'm not frightened of spiders, isn't it? I wasn't sure how thick to make this mat. What is it? Maybe it's about, compressed down, maybe it's about 3 inches. But you know, you should always make it as thick as you can, because just in case. I mean, it's the first time I've done it, and I wasn't sure if it would keep us warm, but I think that space blanket made all the difference, like. With the temperature's only going down to around about 10 degrees Celsius, you know, I wasn't going to get too cold if I did get cold. But, you know, if it rained, I was fully stretched out there, as you can see. It's about 1.5 foot either side of us. And I wouldn't have gotten wet unless it was driving rain, but in which I could have then lowered the tarp and I would have been more protected from the elements. But the way I've got this set, you've got kind of like maximum coverage really for an 8x5 tarp. You know, you can make it more enclosed, like a half pyramid or cave or whatever, but you're not going to lie under it properly, under it fully. You know, that's more for when you're in a bivvy, that. And having it like airy like that, I suppose, it cuts down on the condensation and it allows you to be able to sort of like scan around, and if you hear anything in the night, any sounds and that, you can have a look around and see what it is. Perhaps there's foxes and badgers in this woods, but didn't hear anything last night. I heard the owl tooting, that was about it. I'm not going to waffle on too much about this pack. You know, I said quite a bit yesterday, but I'd really recommend it. Like, you know, its versatility is a selling point for me, like, and it's, you know, it's well made and everything. And you know, I just like the fact that you can wear it on your belt. You know, it's got the belt loop there. It's also got the molly system of Pal's webbing going to your backpack. And I've modified it by putting, you know, the paracord around so I can hang this strap off so you can carry it like this. And the next time I use it, it'll be on my pouch. Sorry, it'll be on my belt. It'll be a belt pouch or a waist pack, whatever. You know, hold my camera gear, and I can get that camcorder in here for the batteries and everything. You know, 1.6 litres, 1.63 litres it is, 100 cubic inches. That's a lot of space, you know. I mean, I'll just show you what it would look like on my belt. You know, you can imagine that. You know, it's not massive, it's not little either. I think Maxpedition have got it just right with the size of this pack. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I've got to say on this. As you can tell, I love this pack and I'd recommend it to anybody. In fact, the wife loves it. She says, since you've gotten it, I've never seen you. The Maxpedition M-4 Waistpack, coming soon to a wild camping video near you. We'll see you in the next one. Well, that's where my fire was. And that's where my camp was. I'm going to leave that there because I could always use it again if I come back. It's not like it's rubbish or anything. It'll all rot down anyway. In fact, people when they come in are going to be thinking, what strange creature slept on that? Well, it was me.